Coach Masili.
From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the damn years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920. And 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there. I have no reason to believe he won't.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. First carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Thank goodness for...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And it's complete to Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one.
need some safety help?
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, Jones. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 17, Jones. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 50, check 50.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. To throw. Jones. Allen's got it complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So that'll back him up 5. 4th down, Daniel Jones exits, and the kicker Aldrich Rosas enters. This from 25 yards out. Rosas' kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Let's get off the field. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Jones now on 1st and 10. That one's complete to Tomlinson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones able to get away. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Here's 2nd and 10. A give for Dillon running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. The Browns send out their punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second and 5. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Tua now on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Another try after the first down sack. Tua under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. Touchdown! Will Fuller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Exit. Take 4.
Off play action. Jones under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A final shot before break. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is down to 4. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. There's a nice move. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Four yards remain for second down. Play action, now it's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Barnes charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go, boy.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to him.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Sanders' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll check this down, complete to Dillon. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51.
On the handoff, Dillon. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Jones. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing, Jones. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll look to throw again. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for it all. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And what's that? And what's the ball? 51's Mike. Mike 51. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go, D. All day, D.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run on first down. McNair. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check, 41. Watch the pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. McNair able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Jones will sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. Take it in at the 3. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Five yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5, brings up second and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Tua going to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. now Tua. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jones now on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Tagovailoa. Pass complete to Chubb. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under 1 minute to go now in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But defensively, that's a nice stop there on 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to almost certainly win the football game. Sanders' kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Browns drive about to get started. Finding Allen, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jones being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Dolphins,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Browns,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.